361 Corpus Christi, Texas here, also KJ5GHX. So we are on top of the patio right now on the roof where we have the antennas. For the 11-meter band for voice, we have two 4-foot fire sticks. Got one right there, and we got one right here hooked to a co-phase coax. And then for 10 meters, 20 meters, and 40 meters on voice and digital, we have the dipole here. And this dipole is actually a fan dipole. The green wire is actually for 10, 20, and 40 meters on voice and FT8. The black wire right here that we added today is actually for 6 meters for FT8 only. Only doing FT8 on 6 meters. So our fan dipole here is for digital. It can do 10 meters, 20 meters, and 40 meters, and 6 meters. For voice, it can do 10 meters, 20 meters, and 40 meters. But this is just some junk wire that I had laying around, so that one, it's probably not long enough. I don't have enough wire of it, but eventually we're gonna have another green wire just like this for voice and digital on 6 meters. But for right now, 6 meters is for digital only. On 10, 20, and 40, I can tune down to 1.0. On 6 meters, I can tune down to 1.0. Without the tuner, on 10 meters, the dipole is at 1.7, and the black wire on 6 meters is at 2.5. So that's why I'm using the tuner right now for 6 meters on digital. So we're going to go through the SWR settings for the antennas that we got outside for the 10 meter band, 20 meter band, and 40 meter band, and the 6 meter band. Right now we're on 6 meters, it's 50 megahertz, but on digital it's 50.313. And we're on the FM mode because digital is going to put out our most power for FT8. So on FM, we're going to put out the most power. So when I transmit, I have the Yaesu set up. It's gonna actually read the SWR instead of the AOC, the power, or the modulation. I got it set up to read SWR. So we're gonna transmit up real quick. And we got flat SWR. And then on the tuner, we are getting about 75 to 80 watts. At 0 reflected SWR. And that's for 50 megahertz. Alright, so now we are on the 10 meter band, which is 28 megahertz. On Technician, you can do 28.3 all the way up to 28.5, but on digital, technicians can do 28.0. So right now we're on FT8 frequency, which is 28.074. So again, we're going to put out our most power on FT8. So we're doing FM mode, and then we are going to key up, and we got a flat SWR right there. And on tuner, we are doing about 95 watts at a flat SWR. So on 50 megahertz, 6 meters, we had about 85 watts, and on 10 meters, we got 95 watts. Alright, so the next settings I'm going to show you on my SWR is for 20 meters and for 40 meters. As a technician, I cannot transmit on 20 and 40. So with my Yaesu M100 mic, it has a dynamic mic and a condenser mic element on the inside here. So what you can do is you can kill the mic before the radio, but the radio will still put out a tone. So you disable the dynamic element and the condenser element, and both of them will flash. That's telling you the microphone will not pick up any sound whatsoever and will not transmit. But since it's not since I didn't cut mic gain on the radio, if I go to AM or if I go to FM, it will still send a tone out, but it won't modulate. That way I can still test SWR on bands that I can't talk on, but I can still test SWR. So let me go ahead and show you the 20 meter. Alright, so we're on 20 meters now, which is 14 megahertz. For FT8 digital, it's 14.074. And if we switch over to modulation, it's going to show the modulation. And I have it actually disabled here. And we're going to key up. And you can see as I'm talking, it's not modulating whatsoever. There's no modulation. Now let's go to our SWR and read the SWR. Since we're not modulating, we're not transmitting on a band that we're not supposed to. So we got 0 SWR flat. And on the tuner, we got just over 95 watts. I say about 96 watts. And we are at a flat SWR. Alright, now we're on 40 meter band, which is 7 megahertz, and for FT8 it's 7.074. And we're going to go over to modulation. We can show you that we are not modulating right now. And we are not modulating right now, which is good because we are on a technician license and we cannot transmit on 40 meters. But since we're not transmitting, we're going to go over back to SWR and we're going to read the SWR readings that we have on 40 meters. So we got flat SWR readings on 40 meters. And then here on the tuner we got about 100 watts and we are flat SWR. So 40 puts out our most wattage at 100 watts. 20 and 10 puts out 95 watts, and 6 meters puts out puts out about 80, 85 watts.